I hear you, all you powder junkies. I hear you every day.
You ask me what the powder forecast is for the winter, and most of the time I tell you just to flip a coin and pack layers. But this year, Nick Bond, the official climatologist for the entire state of Washington, says we might have a little birdie in the tropical Pacific that's whispering in our ear.
We look at what's going on there because that tilts the odds for one kind of winter weather versus the other. It doesn't absolutely dictate it, but it kind of affects that.
The little girl known as La Nina is predicted to wake from her slumber this year, leading to cooler waters along the equator.
And that influences kind of pressure and wind patterns across much of the globe, including the North Pacific and over the Pacific Northwest.
It creates high pressure out in the Pacific that spins clockwise in the atmosphere and creates a virtual Pez dispenser of storms from up in my former neck of the woods, Alaska.
We get more storms out of the Northwest, out of the Gulf of Alaska, coming into the Pacific Northwest than usual. And so those are the storms that winter sports enthusiasts really like.
These storms tend to bring higher moisture and the necessary chill to lead to more freshies and long lines up the Cascade Lakes Highway.
But beware, because Mother Nature doesn't always put all her cards on the table at once.
And this is an important point that chances are the kind of early part of the fall will continue to be on the warm side. And I wouldn't want people to get too discouraged if the season is kind of slow to get started.
Now, some of you glaze over when I use terms like face shots and pow-pow. And for some of you, winter's more of an annoyance between fall and spring. But there's one key reason why you should be happy about this forecast too.
Even if you're not a winter sports enthusiast, to have a good snowpack in the winter is obviously of real benefit to the Pacific Northwest. And from hydropower point of view, agricultural water supplies, just the health of the forests and streams and so forth.
As a mildly obsessive cross-country skier, I don't really pay that close attention to the long-term forecast for winter, because I live by the old Alaskan phrase, there is no bad weather. Just really poor clothing choices.
I think it's going to be a good year, and I'm guardedly optimistic. We're liable to have some pretty big storm events that really pile up some snow in the mountains.
For Central Oregon Daily News, I'm meteorologist and backcountry junkie Scott Elmas.